Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Mary Cornwell, and with me is Brett. And today we're going to be talking about the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation and Grain-Free Pack, the components of the system, and really what that looks like as you embark on this new lifestyle change to start gently nourishing and detoxing your body. So I'm going to start with the products for the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. The first thing that you're going to start out with every morning is Super Amino 23. It looks like this. These are 8 essential amino acids that your body needs for collagen support, muscle repair, just overall wellness and protein supply. You're going to take that on an empty stomach with lemon water first thing in the morning. So I usually wake up, take these with lemon water, and then I'll go for a walk or stretch, do yoga, do something to move my body because these get directly absorbed into the lymphatic system. They bypass the digestive system. And so within 23 minutes, you should be absorbing that and getting some energy to start your day. Then 25 to 30 minutes later, you want to take the Power Shake, which is a blend of grasses and grains and superfruits and veggies, really, really nutrient dense. So you're going to be putting 5 tablespoons of this in water. The kit comes with your own shaker bottle. So you'll be putting 5 tablespoons of that in water. When you put it in water, it's actually going to activate the living enzymes and become its raw living food again. It's actually surprisingly full for it being a green juice. So you should feel pretty satiated between this and the Super Amino 23. So while you're nourishing your body and you're really like flooding your body with this and cleansing, you are going to be taking this Biomedic. And so Biomedic is gut support. It's going to be gently binding out any toxins that are being flushed out and released in your system, while also remineralizing with the fulvic acid and rebuilding the gut microbiome. It has just one version of a probiotic, so it's not overwhelming to your body, especially if you're really sensitive. And it's going to work to scrub the gut lining, all of the glyphosate and other buildup that's in your colon and preventing you from eliminating the gut dysbiosis in your body. So from there, I usually wait 2 or 3 hours until I start eating fruit, and Brett's going to talk about that a little bit later of things that you can incorporate in between your nutrient rounds. But essentially that's one nutrient round right there, the aminos, the Power Shake, and the Biomedic. And so you're going to take a second round of aminos either for lunch or for dinner, and then followed by the Power Shake and Biomedic again. Really just depending on your choice of scheduling, and you're going to add in lifestyle meals, which Brett, do you want to talk a little bit about that, what that looks like throughout the day?
Sure. So in the morning, it's best to start with fruits. If you want other foods, your wet fruits like watermelon, cantaloupe, all your melons will be really kind of hydrating your cells. So it's great to start with those first, and then working into other fruits like apples and things like that. So fruits in the morning, we go by kind of like fruits until noon kind of idea. And then other meals, you want it to be vegetable heavy. And with all these fruits and vegetables, going for organic. And if that's hard for you to access in your area, kind of following that clean 15 dirty dozen list that we can provide for you and are online as well. So for lunches and dinners, salads are amazing. You can even make your own dressing to avoid added oils. I use dressing with like avocados, olives, lime juice, kind of just all those juices, and really anything can be a salad dressing. So salads are amazing. Also, I do a lot of veggie medleys. And if you can, cooking with less oil is ideal. So steaming or boiling vegetables is amazing, or even eating vegetables raw. And you'll work with your coach in particular to kind of transition from what you might be doing now towards a more healthful way of eating. So work with them. So the meals will be mostly fruits, vegetables, and yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Brett. And I want to add a little thing on there about the salads. Something like Apothecary even can be drizzled on a salad. I really love that. And this is the last component to the ultimate lifestyle transformation. So after you've done your 2 rounds of nutrients, you added in the fruit and the lifestyle meals, then this is going to be the last component. So you want to take Apothecary, 2 tablespoons of Apothecary before about an hour before you go to bed, and mix it in a little bit of water, not too much, so you're not peeing all through the night. But I like to mix it in a little fancy wine glass, so it makes me feel like I'm drinking wine, but in a very healthful way. And the Apothecary is going to really help to support your body in producing its own melatonin for deeper restful sleep. I always have really vivid dreams, especially when I first started drinking Apothecary. And it's not only for night, like if you are experiencing chronic pain or extra headaches, maybe because you're detoxing, you can actually put Apothecary with a little bit of lemon water in water throughout the day and sip on it. But just know if you do that, you are going to run out sooner. So just plan ahead for that. And so that is in sum the ultimate lifestyle transformation. Now, if you're really sensitive and you're having some autoimmune issues and you've already talked to your coach that the Power Shake may not be the best fit for you, there is an alternate for the Power Shake, and it is the grain-free version. The Power Shake does have grains, but it is in a more digestible form. So a lot of people hear the word grains and think that they can't have it. Power Shake is very cleanly sourced. And I know when I first started the ULT, I actually wasn't able to eat things like rice and quinoa without a lot of bloating, but I was able to handle the Power Shake just fine. But that being said, if you are drinking the alternate, it is composed of green spectrum. So 1 teaspoon of green spectrum, which is a blend of greens. It's like your rainbow of greens. 2 teaspoons of biofruit, if you can see that. It's like 16 different types of fruit. And Aloe Digest. So you're mixing those 3. And then there's a 4th component of Can't Beat This. And I have the bigger version of Can't Beat This just because I go through it so much. But in your grain-free pack, you'll be getting a smaller version of this. And this is really helpful for the adrenals and supporting the body with extra energy. I like to take it also by itself in the afternoon or before going for like a walk or a hike. And so those are the 4 components of the grain-free shake. You're still going to be taking your aminos, still going to be taking Apothecary. The main difference with the grain-free pack is the shake. And then instead of Biomedic, which is that gut support, you're going to be adding in ionic elements. So the ionic elements plus the Aloe Digest, which is what you're putting in your shake, is actually a gentler, pretty equivalent version of Biomedic. The main difference is this has a little bit more minerals. This has a lot of magnesium and different trace elements in it. And it doesn't have the gluten like Biomedic does. The amount of gluten that Biomedic has is minuscule. It's very, very small. I know people that have celiac disease that have been able to take Biomedic. I myself, I'm very gluten sensitive and I do just fine with Biomedic. But per labeling, we do have to say that there's a little bit of sprouted wheat germ extract in there. And so if that's a concern and you're like very severely reactive to gluten like a celiac is, Aloe Digest and ionic elements is a good substitute for that. And then one component which I forgot to talk about is actually the Zinc Aid. So if you got the ULT plus immune, or you're adding this on to the grain-free pack, you're also adding the ionic elements to the grain-free pack. This is Zinc Aid. It doesn't come in this container. This is my own glass container. Yeah, Brett's holding it up. But it is zinc, vitamin C, A, D, and E, and all from plant whole food-based sources. So it's very bioavailable and ready to be absorbed by the body. A lot of supplements have like ascorbic acid as their vitamin C source, or zinc picolinate, which are isolate forms of vitamins that our body just doesn't know how to recognize and absorb and assimilate. And so these nutrients and even the supplements that we use are all whole food based and very, very clean, all organic. So you're getting the best of the best when you are putting these into your body. I think that's pretty much it for the products. I'm going to pass it back over to Brett, who's going to talk a little bit more about goal setting and next steps.
Yes. And there's actually one other product that you only take some of the time, the Super Cleanse R.
Oh, right.
Which maybe, do you want to mention that, Mary?
Sure. Yeah. So depending on where you're at in your health journey, the Super Cleanse R is really powerful, and it is a parasite cleanse. And so parasite cleansing is something that if you haven't done it and you have mold illness or Lyme disease, chronic illness, really anyone that has health issues should look into parasites, because we all have them. You don't have to be in a third world country to have parasites. Comes in a similar container as the Biomedic does, and this is going to be a 10-day immersion. So really, if you are sensitive and you have mold illness or Lyme disease or any sort of chronic health issues, we want to really build up the foundation of your body first before doing the parasite cleanse. Everyone's body is different. I was able to start this on days 11 to 20, which is the normal schedule, but if you're working on the low and slow schedule with your person and you're not up to the full dose of all of the nutrients right away, that's totally fine. But this is going to be added in eventually, and you are going to take 2 capsules with your shake, whether it's the grain-free or the power shake, in the morning and in the evening. And so that is really key. When I started using the Parasite Cleanse is when I started to finally see my hormones shift in a good direction. Thank you for the reminder, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are the products that you'll be using through this transformation, and also sticking to fruits and vegetables as much as you can throughout this process. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about goal setting. And so if you're joining with us for a 90-day transformation, or if it's just 30 days or however long, think about what is your goal for this. For me, I was struggling with severe mold toxicity that affected my brain and my mind greatly, and making it hard to think and read and talk. And so those were really my goals. I wanted to be able to talk coherently again, to think and strategize. So those were really in my heart to improve. So kind of thinking about the symptoms that you're going through and experiences and what you would like to see. And maybe these, for all you know, a symptom will go away within days. Some people see amazing results with just days. For others, for me, it took a bit longer. And it's been a gradual progression of getting a little bit better and better. So just noting down, like, what is your goal? And also, before you start this, it's great to take a bit of a health assessment, thinking about some of those symptoms you're having, like maybe you're getting a bunch of skin rashes or having digestive issues. If you can kind of note down the severity of that, or a couple descriptors of what you're going through at this point, that would be great. And then you could assess this maybe like every week or every month, just to see where you're at with those kind of symptoms, to show yourself progress, which I think can be super motivating as you're going through this. The ULT plus Immune, or the ULT, comes with a placemat that has some measurements you can take. There's some like physical measurements. So that's for you. A lot of times for people, if they're using this more for weight loss, those can be great for them. I didn't end up doing that myself because that was not my goal, but there are also measurements for like your sleep and your digestion, and brain function and mood stuff was really important for me. So I even like included that right below and noted how I was feeling. So that's great to do as you embark on this. And Through all of this, work with your coach to tailor whatever you're doing. And if you know you are super sensitive to foods and other things, like you might want to work slower getting into it, that is totally fine. So just work with your coach and also trust your intuition that you know what your body needs. And yes, go forth. And we hope that you'll be having some amazing results very soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Brett. Yeah. And so if you're watching this, follow up with the coach that you're working with and congratulate yourself for taking this next step in your health and really knowing that consistency and dedication and your self-love. Like, this is an act of self-love by deeply nourishing your body and allowing it to self-heal, because if we give the body the right tools, then that includes nutrition, it can really, you can notice some powerful shifts in your body, even if you've been suffering from health conditions and different things for years. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to turn off this recording and then we